Okay, so this is the so everyone wants to be an actor B-roll film. And this big idea of you should go to LA because you're the most beautiful and the beautiful people always make it in LA and like they're all there and you can be like rich and famous and fabulous and all of these things. And so now what is true, we actually have a film about this. Babylon just came out. It's an entire film that's about that, right? And this sort of idea around storytelling, really. Um, I feel like with anything, Martin Luther King has a quote, and here's the quote: "If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, take the first step, but move forward." The meaning behind that is like there's like levels to stuff, okay? And like if you are a person who is interested in film and being an actor or an actress or being in Hollywood or okay, like obviously if it's not clear, like not all actors and actresses are extremely gorgeous, okay? So ugly people are they act on in movies too. And what is a movie? A movie is just a story, right? So it's just moving image captured on screen at a particular point in time, hopefully where the audio matches the video. Now, what I've purposely been doing is creating weird B-roll just because I was kind of trying to play with the algorithm in a sense and use this as a photo journal, mostly because I'm trying to create new paths for like Black girls to have ways of like telling stories that's kind of going to be like our little niche. Mostly I honestly I just learned so much from Issa Rae. Like it's just insane how she had to, and really Kelly Stamps too. Like these women have had to be script writers, directors, editors, and have used all of those skills to like monetize. Being comfortable on camera is something that is like an acquired skill. It takes time to gain that skill, to be able to enunciate your words, to be able to convey emotion on screen in pictures. That's really difficult. That is really difficult. And then there's one scene in Babylon, and we can like unpack that scene where there's this girl who like forces herself to cry, because forcing yourself to cry when you're not actually sad is a skill that you do over time, right? So if you're a good actress, you could make yourself cry to maybe like get out of something, so that you're kind of like switching emotions so that other people believe that you're just trying to make us believe a story that's not really happening in real time. That's the whole point about like reading a script and like memorizing lines and then understanding where someone else's character is coming in. I think another good example of this, like there's stories like Brick that do it, or Girl Interrupted, or damn, there's just so many, right? Like the point is like understanding the story though. Like the story, like things are happening. I think that's another thing too that's very strange. So many people are like watching these movies and they're thinking like that the movie is one story that happened to those particular people at those points in time. That is not the same for you. Like you have your own life. You are out living your own life, okay? And like, and you don't have to live your life as another person. Does that make sense? Like you get to be the your version of like you. You don't have to be someone else. Now the cool thing about YouTube is you can like come on and kind of craft your version of the story, and it does feel like other people are actually interested in listening. at first I feel like a lot of Black girls were very lost because we all kind of felt like, oh shit, like nobody cares about our story. We're not having this like shared story. But I started making those like aggregate lists, right, of like other Black girls who are making this like cultural commentary, which is, they're like these snapshots of like, here are all of the things, they're called like video essays. So it's like, here are all of the things that are going on like in society right now, and like here's how I'm dealing with it. And by listening to those stories, I was really able to like understand these women's like worldview. And now we have like all these panels where women are coming together, the conservative versus liberals panel. People are talking about their sex lives panel. We have all the people who are like who are working to be singers. They are being able to like cover songs. Then there's like songwriters who can tell like everyone has all of these ways that they can like tell a story. But like the story is so contextual, right? It's like it depends on who is like watching which point of the story when to know. Because like let's say if I like, that's the thing, that's the really cool thing about a city. Everyone is kind of having their own unique experience. Like just because we live near each other doesn't necessarily mean that we're having a shared experience or that we are like similar. It could literally just be that like you are how do I say, like you know, we just live near each other. We're not like similar. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. It is very interesting. I guess like these are good ways for me to like show you guys how to get started on film. I don't know. Like I'm just doing anything at this point. It's just like, oh, I'm outside. You know, I'm actually just waiting for the bus, like kicking the shit, not really doing anything at all. Just kind of like walking back and forth, looking at lights, thinking thoughts in my head, killing time. Like that's what I typically do. I'm like a time killer. I mean, that's pretty much how it is when you're pretty much by the book and you just kind of stick to your schedule. You just kind of go to work, go home. I thought that was funny. Running, walking. Also, I love these sandals. Oh, okay. So sorry. I think I was getting to the point about why does everyone care about inside of the actor studio right now? And what, like, why? I saw another video where a girl was like, why is it so hard to break into Hollywood? Well, a part of it is because, like, some of you didn't actually go to art school in the theater program. Like, a lot of the actors that you guys are seeing right now they studied theater in bachelor's and master's programs. And you guys thought that they didn't, but they did. They did. And all you had to do was, like... Also, this guy was super weird. Like, as soon as he saw me, like, recording this video, he totally just started, like, staring at me, and then he walked over. It was so strange.